We should not be doing humming intros. Humming intros are for people who are unprofessional. And this, as we all know, is a news and chat show that exudes professionalism. That is exactly what it is. I should go back to humming. This is terrible. Well, okay. I see one person in voice chat. Hello. Please tell me this actually works and I can actually hear you.
I can hear you perfectly.
I can't hear a fucking thing. Thank you, OBS. Oh, that's great. Hang on. Okay, so of course there was a Windows update, and you know, that usually borks everything. I can hear you in Discord. That's fantastic. I can't hear you here, and that is because Windows hates me. Da, 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 da. Voice and video. Okay, so. Oh, don't tell me I have to go all the way into Windows's audio settings and fix this. Did it really? Did this thing bork so hard that I have to go and really clean up? Michael, could you say something, please?
Something, please.
Well, this is a bag of turds, isn't it?
You still can't hear me?
Oh, no. See, I can... Oh. See, I can see in OBS that there is audio coming through and everything. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, try again, please.
Something, please.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Wrong audio device selected. Yes, wrong monitoring audio device selected. This is the problem when trying to put all this shit together. I have like 3 different audio devices and they all have to talk to each other, and they don't. They're not very good at it anyway. Okay, so I can hear you.
We got there though. That's the main thing.
We got there, and everything is good. Hi, Michael. How are you doing? I'm very glad to see you or hear you.
I'm very glad to hear you as well, my friend. I'm hoping you guys are all good.
Yay! Now we can get started. Trying to put all this shit together and queue up some good... Shut up. See, some people in the text chat have read the script beforehand. No. Let's do this right. Let's start... All right, let's have ourselves an intro. Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian. Welcome to the second episode of the Chaos Brigade. It's kind of like a news or chat show with a heavy emphasis on neither of those things. But if you're into watching an animated avatar spew nonsense for about an hour, you've come to the right place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to remember to pull in my little... There you go. See? Professionalism. That's what it's all about. All right, so let's... Here we... nope, professionalism is not what it's all about. Here we go. And...
Hey, Summer.
Hey, how's things?
I slept like shit, but I had to be up for this.
Hey, I was hoping I'd be able to show you some pictures on the sidebar here, but no, apparently Windows decided that's not how this shit should work. So, hang on a bit. Let's just do this again. Okay, let's just pretend that everything is going exactly as planned.
It's okay, it's not a Space Quest historian stream without technical issues.
Oh, no, that's how this is supposed to work, obviously. Okay.
It's like playing every late 90s Sierra game. You had to just reconfigure this and that. And
Oh, yeah.
Just
What really fucks me over though is this is just, you know, the technology behind all of this is just really very, very basic. What I do is I just have a bunch of pictures in a folder, and then I launch Windows's own picture viewer thing, and apparently that's really, really hard for OBS to capture. So okay, fine, I guess. And no, we can't have pictures. We can't have pictures. I had a whole bunch of pictures lined up, but we can't have pictures. Okay, well, fine. Fuck you then. Okay, well, I guess that's not how things were supposed to go today. All I can get is a black screen. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right, well, no pictures for you. Okay, well, anyway, so we'll do this without the white stuff, which is always a sentence you want to hear, I guess. OBS is very finicky. No, Windows is just shit. Alright, anyway, here's a fun fact I learned this week. The police in the United States have apparently started playing music while roughing up citizens to have any potential live streams shut down by automatic copyright flagging. So, let me just put that into perspective for you real quick. That means if you're about to become the victim of police brutality in the US, chances are they're about to add another layer of indignity to the affair by blasting, I'm gonna check my notes here, Sublime. I actually had a picture of a YouTube video thumbnail with subtitles in it, and where it says, "Officer now plays Sublime." And there's a whole news article about it. I can paste that into the chat as well, of police officers playing licensed music as they're being dicks to people to prevent you from putting that on YouTube or from streaming that live. And you thought having your constitutional rights violated by a group of thugs in blue uniform wasn't bad enough. And now you have to endure it while being subjected to fucking ska punk. I mean, no, it is a universally indisputable fact. Hello, Mike. Nope. It is a universally indisputable fact that ska punk is the worst form of punk music ever to be played on this earth. The only time a brass instrument should be on stage at a punk show is if the bass player is using it as a bong to take hits between songs. And
indisputable.
That is, it is indisputable fact. This is my show. I can say what I want. Ska punk fucking sucks. And I honestly I can't tell what's more insulting. The fact that the police know that they can get away with blatantly disregarding citizens' rights as long as they play copyrighted music while doing so, or that they chose fucking ska punk to do it with. I suppose it wouldn't too much to ask to not be a fucking menace and just do their jobs properly, but no. Instead, they had a brainstorm over their morning coffee at the precinct, trying to crack the conundrum of how they can get away with abusing their position of authority now that everyone's got cell phones, and I'm sure they still call them cell phones, by the way. And someone in the back says, you know, my cousin was twerking on an Instagram live stream the other day and got shut down for using copyrighted music, and instead of everyone going, Jim, why are you perving on your cousin's live streams on Instagram? She's fucking 12, dude. Everyone just went, that's fucking it! You've solved it, Jim! You'll make sergeant for this! And then they all piled into their squad cars, cracking their knuckles with excitement at the prospect of being able to systemically and unjustly fuck up innocent people with impunity, blasting fucking Sublime all the way. I mean, fuck. If you're gonna be an authoritarian nightmare on wheels, at least have some fucking taste. Or barring that, have a sense of humor. Maybe it would soften the blow for those people whose rights you've now trampled on if they're able to come out the other side and go, yeah, I was detained and held for questioning for 72 hours and denied bathroom breaks, but they had Body Count's Cop Killer playing on repeat, so at least I got a chuckle out of that. And let's face it, If this isn't the clinching proof that the copyright system is fucked up, I don't know what is. I don't need to tell you how fucked it is. Every content creator in the world has been screaming about how broken it is for years, but no one wants to do anything about it because the people in charge of music publishing all still live in the 1950s. We're at a point now where platforms like YouTube and Twitch and Instagram rely so much on overzealous automated content matching that a video of a kid's piano recital can get a copyright strike, even if the little bastard's playing a piece composed by someone who's been dead since the 1700s. Even if the music is in the public domain, some asshole copyright bot is going to swoop in and claim that shit. So let me tell you a quick story about Josh Groban. Unless someone in the chat wants to defend ska punk, you have 30 seconds. Go.
I have no defense for ska punk, but I'll tell you two things about that story. One, that the cops were the Beverly Hill Police that did that. Second, they failed. They tried doing it and nothing doing. Their little musical interlude while they're doing all this stuff, while they're being recorded, doesn't fly, and it's been shut. It has been shut down in court.
Right.
Doesn't mean that they still won't do it, but there are people putting it down.
Oh yeah, and I also don't see how they thought it was going to work because an Instagram live stream might swoop in and take it down, but at most I thought they just muted the audio if they catch automated content flagging, and you can still put it on YouTube. It just won't get monetized. So I'm not entirely sure what they thought was going to happen.
Who wants to monetize that? Watch my cousin get brutalized.
But first,
give me the money.
Sit through this advertisement for toothpaste, and then you can watch a policeman abuse his position of authority. That tracks.
That's police dog shootings.
What was that, Michael?
You don't like ska music. That's kind of what I'm getting out of this.
That is exactly what you should be getting out of this. I fucking hate ska punk.
yeah, I'm all with you on that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Someone is.
Why would they fucking play ska?
I don't know. Another person. There's another video where they play Taylor Swift, but I can't in good conscience hate on Taylor Swift, because I have at points in my life been very drunk and air drummed the hell out of Taylor Swift songs. It's not a proud moment, but that would be a hypocrite if I went after Taylor Swift. But ska punk is fair game.
Yeah, I thought we were mates, but just after you and your Taylor Swift.
Matter of musical taste.
Hey, I'm not proud of it, but when the booze hits and someone puts on Taylor Swift, either you're gonna sit there and sulk or you're gonna air drum. I chose the air drumming. Pickle Dog in the chat says they use green sleeves now. Oh yeah, I'm getting to that story. Right. Let me tell you real quick about Josh Groban. So in 2007, Josh Groban released Noel, a Christmas album full of Christmassy songs for people who enjoy that sort of thing. And one of the songs on that album was What Child Is This? A Christmas carol that's in the public domain, set to the music of Greensleeves, which is also in the public domain. But because Josh fucking Groban put it on his dumb fuck Christmas album, I got a copyright notice from Sony ATV Publishing on our remix album of King's Quest tunes, which I put on YouTube, because King's Quest uses Greensleeves as its title music, and one of the tracks on the album is a remix of that title music. Are you fucking kidding me? No. And sure, I disputed the ever-loving shit out of that, and of course the copyright notice was cancelled because I clearly wasn't pirating Josh Groban's fucking Christmas album. But guess what happened when I uploaded my playthrough of King's Quest 2 for the Apple II GS? It happened again. This time, some rat bastard bot pounced on the fucking video before it had even finished processing, I might add, and claimed the video and its revenue in the name of, are you ready for this? Peace, Frieden, Shalom, Salam, which is the German version of What Child Is This? So just so we're clear here, the copyright bot heard a computer from 1986 play a digital rendition of a tune that's been in the public domain since forever, since it was composed in the goddamn 1500s, and thought, you know what? That sounds a lot like this Christmas song, played by a band whose name translates to The Chickens, and who used to wear chicken costumes on stage. God fucking... Can you believe this?
I very much believe it. I mean, they've been copyright claiming bands playing their own songs
Yeah,
Fuck.
What is?
I believe. Yeah, Rishkal has run into that.
Yeah. Rishkogel, our friend John Paul Sapsford, had music that he composed and has, a copyright of. Still got flagged because it sounded similar to some other band or some shit. Wish he was here to set the record straight. I forget the details, but yeah, he had to dispute a song that he legally owns the copyright to.
Even if you make a completely unique song, the system will actually flag it and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, this is Mr. Smith. This song belongs to Mr. Smith." Flagged.
You got copyright struck. You got struck down by a smooth copyright butt. Yeah, it's basically I'm man on two fronts.
Annie, are you okay?
Is anyone okay? Is anyone okay with this?
I think I burst the funny fuse. That's brilliant.
Dude, I'm mad. I'm mad in general that, police brutality and disregard for due process is now so commonplace in America that instead of being accountable and trying to do a better job, the police have resorted to abusing a broken copyright system to auto-flag recordings and live streams of them breaking the laws they were supposed to uphold, even though it didn't work, which is obviously good news, but still, just the mere thought that they thought this would be a good idea. And two, I'm mad that this broken copyright system is still allowed to exist because we came up with a far more sensible alternative back in 2001 called Creative Commons. I mean, don't get me wrong, of course I believe artists deserve to have their works protected and to be paid for their work and all of that, but that has nothing to do with this and everything to do with a lumbering dinosaur of an industry that's clinging to an outdated draconian system of copyright for, as far as I can tell, no other reason than that it makes them more money by being dickheads.
When Napster came out, everyone was shitting the bed going, holy crap, they're going to rip off all our music back like what cassette tapes did in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
And then, good old Steve Jobs goes, no, iTunes, fuck it. Everyone went, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, and that's not getting into the whole mess with how streaming services now fuck over artists and since the pandemic hit, artists' one source of revenue was to go out on tour and sell merchandise because record labels don't pay artists anymore, so everyone's screwed on that front. So if copyright trolling is one thing. Artists, if you want to see artists get paid and actually get paid for their art, you go and support the artist directly. You go on Bandcamp or something when where the account is linked up to their own PayPal or some shit.
Well, good. I was going to actually ask you that question because I use Bandcamp all the time, and because there's so many artists that I do like to support. But yeah, I don't know which pays the best back to the people. The content creator. So
I would assume not using stuff like Tidal and I forget it. It's Spotify, that thing. Oh god, I've tried blanking it from my memory. Because the deals that the major labels made, or just indie labels, or labels in general, the deals that they made with these streaming services are just abysmal. By the way, there was this weird funny, I'm going off script now, there's this funny haha story about how YouTube removed every Danish musical artist from YouTube. Like, just blanket, just fuck off everyone, because they couldn't reach an agreement with the Danish copyright system called Koda, Koda, because YouTube wanted a tremendously unfair deal where they would basically pay like nothing, in order to, have copyrighted music on the stream. And Koda just went, that's unacceptable. And YouTube was just like, fuck it, we'll remove all Danish musical artists from the platform. Go to hell.
That seems excessive.
They did. You can look it up. All Danish artists that belong to the Danish National Copyright Association, Koda, were removed from YouTube. Just fuck off. And oh shit, what does that say? Crap HTTV. Sorry, can't pronounce that. Said that his friend got copyright claim for a stream of Harvester for a water dripping sound. Fucking water. Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ouch. Oh god, that.
No. give it 20 years, we'll have Boston Dynamics robots knocking on our door going, your fart matches this song from Frank Sinatra in the 40s, pay up or...
This fart sounds eerily reminiscent of a person blowing in a trumpet. I think you owe us some money. Okay. Hey!
You don't like Scott
Is that the state of Dizzy Gillespie?
Yeah. Summer it brings up a good, interesting point. We've now circled back to why ska punk is so fucking terrible. Anyway, speaking of draconian nightmares, you know the awesome free editing software program Audacity? Yeah, it's spyware now. Muse Group, the company that owns MuseScore, also now owns Audacity and are apparently based in Russia. But even though they've pledged to keep Audacity free and open source, they've now also introduced data collection into the software. Yes! So by the next update of Audacity, it will now start reporting back to its masters about how you use the program. And of course, they say it's optional, it will be turned off by default, and if you have any concerns about whether or not a large corporation who built in backdoors to your system information into their software, who are also based in Russia, by the way, if they will remain true to their word, I guess that's for you to find out. Because not only that, but to accompany this grossly unnecessary addition, I can read, shut up. We also get a new terms of services that Muse Group put in place for Audacity, which essentially covers their ass for a lot of things. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I don't pretend to understand the law most of the time, but from what I can read, the new TOS is quite standard boilerplate stuff about how children are now suddenly not allowed to use Audacity anymore because data collection on minors is fucking illegal. So yeah, I guess tough shit. All schools who now used Audacity as a teaching tool to learn about audio, they can't do that anymore. Huh? Yeah. Or they can just do what I'm going to do from now on, which is to switch to a new fork of Audacity called Tenacity. This was apparently started by disgruntled ex-contributors to Audacity. It has all the lovely features of Audacity, but none of the Big Brother nonsense. Wow, that was a hard sentence to get through.
Pickle Dog mentioned that in my Discord earlier.
Yeah. Oh, Pickle Dog is actually the main contributor to this story, who explained helpfully what a rat bastard network of assholism this whole thing is.
Also, hi.
Oh, hi, Gemini. How you doing?
Hello.
I'm good.
Hi, Gemini.
Hi.
Are you the pipe smoking dude from Long Distance Coffee?
Yes.
Fuck
He
yeah.
is.
Okay, cool.
Oh, pipe. I thought you said pot smoking.
Pot
No.
smoking.
Wait.
We don't know what was in that pipe. Also,
This is true.
The awkward silence was brought to you by me drinking Coke. Okay.
You're doing coke?
Yeah, we're doing Coke and pot and hi Twitch.
This is doing coke. I'm apparently smoking pot.
Wrong way by Sublime. Yeah.
No!
It's the wrong way.
Yep, I can mute you. We have now circled back to why audio teaching should be illegal in schools, because there's an outside chance someone will put on Wrong Way by Sublime. Anyway, now that I've thoroughly bummed everyone out for however long this has gone on for, let's have some happy news. You ready for some happy news?
Sorry, before you
Sure.
start, that was not a bum out. Like the fact that your government and the copyright law people just went, nah, you know what, fuck you, YouTube. That is awesome. Like, most people would have folded to that shit, like, you know.
Well, it's less awesome because now you can't look up Danish bands on YouTube. I don't know. It was a month ago or so. They might have come to some sort of consensus, but I doubt it. I don't know. So now, yeah, if you want to listen to Danish music, which, by the way, I don't recommend. We don't have a lot of great music in Denmark. But if you were to, say, go look up some... There are some good industrial metal bands coming out of Denmark, but they can't be on YouTube
You got
now.
ABBA, don't you?
They were Swedish,
Yeah.
and they're all
Close enough.
either dead or have STDs at this point. Probably both.
I'm actually a big fan of Johnny Rotten in Denmark.
Johnny Rotten in Denmark. Is that a Danish band? Because I know
It's
Johnny.
a bad joke.
Yeah, I know. Okay, because Johnny Rotten is the lead singer of the Sex Pistols and is very
Yeah.
much not Danish.
Yeah, Rotten in Denmark.
Not something rotten in the state. Oh, I just got that. Okay, yeah. Good morning.
Hi.
Oh, that was terrible.
Wow.
You can. Oh, you're circling the drain of pun jail, Mike. Oh God. Okay, happy news. Happy news. You guys ready? Happy news. Okay, remember Steel Empire? It's a strategy game that I've talked about a fair bit about, on this channel. You'll be forgiven for not noticing,
Is
because
that the one you played with your mate at high school?
yeah, that's the one, and I also played it with streamers. I mean, those videos barely got any views, so you'll be forgiven for not noticing. But just quickly, if you don't know what it is, it's an old DOS strategy game that's also a top-down arcade shooter, and it's fucking amazing in two respects. First of all, it is really fun to play, and second, it has the distinction of being one of the few strategy games I'm able to wrap my head around, because I don't do strategy games. I am terrible at them, but Steel Empire somehow captured my undying affection. So much so that I did a guest episode on the Upper Memory Block podcast about the game, where I interviewed the creator of the game, Dennis Dyack. And if that name sounds familiar, then yes, that is indeed Dennis Dyack of Silicon Knights, the company that made Too Human and Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem, and who famously went off Epic Games' Christmas card list because of lawsuits and shit. Anyway, Steel Empire was their first game, and it was made almost entirely by Dennis and his partner in Dennis's garage, so it really has that homegrown, no holds barred, we don't give a fuck attitude about it. And you know, I really should put his interview up on my YouTube channel if anyone is interested in that. He was a fun guy, a little strange. He had this weird knack for laughing very hard at inopportune moments. Like, he wasn't even telling a joke, he would just burst out laughing at weird points in the interview. It was very strange, but he also had some really interesting things to say about the development of the game and what they went through, and what their thoughts were and what they had to scale back and all that. So anyway, a fellow by the name of Cherno did in fact watch one of my videos on the game, and he left a comment saying that he was actually making a modern day reimagining of the game. Now, because my picture thing just crapped out, I would be unable to show you the video of his progress, except I actually am able to switch. Hang on, we can do this, shut up, everything's good. There we go, my desktop. Hello, and these are my audio settings that I was fiddling with earlier. Let's see here. We have, I'm just gonna put up VLC play. This is there we go. So he posted lovely voxel renders of the mechs from the game, and even though he said that the whole project is slow going because, again, not many people seem to have heard of the game, but those that have heard of it hold it in very high regard. So when I told him I was going to talk about it on the show, he said he might have to start focusing a bit more on it if the project gets some love and attention. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paste the link to the forum post that he linked to in the chat, and leave a description, leave a link to the forum post in the description of the VOD of the show. So please go and give him a supportive message and tell him to stop making, I don't know, what was it, Doom mods or whatever it was he was doing, and instead focus on making this. So
Your screen sharing just dropped out in Discord, dude.
it did?
Yep.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, Discord decided I should be streaming Google Chrome instead. That's really strange. Hang on. I'll just go like this and then share, change windows, screens. There we go. That should have fixed it. I have no idea why it did that. Again, not really much of a not much professionalism going on here, but oh, is that beautiful or what? Okay, let's get back to the chair. And let's not play the intro again. Let's not play the intro. Why is my mouse not working? There you go. This is just a train wreck, isn't it? Oh, okay. Right.
It's up to your usual standards. Let's not be about the bush.
Yes. All right. Well, let's try for something less painful. Let's try and talk about last week when I teased that my friend Brandon was going to talk about his work converting King's Quest II to SCI. On this week's Show and Tell, he's going to do just that. So really, I shouldn't have changed back to this because I'm now going to play another video, and I'm going to switch back to the desktop and play this. Now, unfortunately, you guys in the Discord will probably have to go on Twitch or YouTube to watch this because I don't think it actually transmits audio over Discord. It does not. So, sorry about that.
Okay, so I'm going to showcase what King's Quest II SCI is all about. Let's just take a look at it.
Now, real quick, show and tell is a segment where you basically get 5 minutes and you can show and tell whatever it is you want. Someone didn't get the memo that it was supposed to be contained to 5 minutes, so this actually goes on for about 13 minutes. I'm happy to pause it if you guys want to say something as we're watching this. And my apologies to Brandon because I wasn't clear about the length and breadth of the time, but I'm this project that he's got going on, King's Quest II SCI, as you know, King's Quest II is in 1985, AGI, 160 by 200, stretchy, chunky pixels, and he's doing a remake in the style of the 1990s SCI games. So, right, I'm just gonna shut up now and keep going. If you have anything you want to play for show and tell, send me a video and I will play it on stream as I'm doing with Brandon's right now. But anyway, shut up. Here we go.
So, King's Quest II SCI is a remake of King's Quest II in the same style as Sierra's King's Quest I.
That's what I just said.
Remake. You can see I wrote a new title theme for the game, which is based heavily on Ken Allen's King's Quest I SCI theme. And this music is supported in AdLib, MT32, PC Speaker, Tandy 3 voice. And I'm going to shoot for General MIDI too. So you can use whatever sound fonts you want with it if you want through DOSBox or ScumVM or something.
I want the broken one with all the bells and shit that we had on the pain train.
So here's the introduction. Right now it's just a carbon copy of the AGI original. As far as
Looks very fun.
sequence-wise.
Yeah.
It looks different, obviously. But it's all the same text from the AGI original game. And I sequenced in the animation to mimic what happens in the original. But I will be actually expanding on this and making it a little more interesting. Kind of like Sierra's King's Quest I remake introduction.
Oh, the
I
magic
took this
mirror.
EGA picture of Graham from King's Quest V EGA and photoshopped a crown on
you
top
wearing
of
a
his
toy
head.
crown?
Very good. I'm gonna fix that up. I did that little animation of his jaw opening there. This shot, this background is from King's Quest IV.
One of the funniest things I've heard in a very long time about games.
It kind of does look like he went to Burger King just before he went and had a look in the magic mirror, but I appreciate the effort.
And I'm kind of proud of this little animation.
I am now
as
the king. I went to the Burger King and I got a special
I was kind of proud of that.
burger meal.
And that's basically
and
it.
now
It's
I
off the
got a
screen.
king crown.
So at the beginning of the game, here we are, recreated.
Oh,
traced
Graham
right
is a
over the original
redneck. The
AGI
possibilities.
scene. Coded in some code like King's Quest I, where you can just wade into the water.
How would
instead
you
of
call
having
Welcome to
Daventry,
Dear
right?
Daventry,
button.
y'all.
Like I said, I did trace over the AGI original.
Come on back now, yeah.
In SCI's.
I've been the king. I threw some water in a dragon's mouth, and all of a sudden I got a mirror. Who has a mirror these days? I don't even have.
Your Graham has turned from being a redneck to a Canadian.
A Canadian redneck. I hear they have pickup trucks in Canada too. I just like the idea of redneck Graham inviting all the bitches to the yard in King's Quest 2 and going, not that one, not that one, not that one. Is that my cousin over there? Yeah. No, that won't fly. No.
It's from King's Quest 1. You can actually copy.
You like silverware?
vector
No,
commands from other
good.
pictures
I don't have any.
and move them around and resize them and flip them and do whatever you want with them. So I took that bush from King's Quest 1. I recreated this scene entirely.
We'll drink wine from the finest solo cups in the land.
In Australia, we have a thing called
Actually,
a goon
to,
bag, which is like a foil bag that holds cheap white piss in it. And, yeah.
We call them Capri Sun here in the U.S.
All right.
They're lovely. They're very lovely. Also, I like the idea that he redrew this entire scene and she's gone to this much effort and just really, really a lot of effort. By the way, this runs in DOS. This is original SCI. It's not like a remake in Adventure Game Studio or anything. This is proper SCI. It runs in DOS. and it still has, you know, the fucking puzzle where Red Riding Hood is running around the forest going, "Where's my basket? I lost my basket," and it's right in Granny's fucking mailbox.
Get basket of goodies to work on.
That sounds like a redneck euphemism.
Yeah, I got the classic chime there. I am also
That
having
was
a
your
bit of help
grandma's
for a few
mailbox.
screens in this game. I'm not the
Either
best.
that or Little Red Riding Hood was
I can.
committing
My
mail
goal is
fraud.
to make something that at least tries to measure up
Does
to
he have
Sierra
the
King's Quest
little
1.
Batman thingy? 'Cause that's all
I
I
have-
remember about it.
The Easter egg, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's gonna put that in because I mean it wouldn't really be King's Quest 2 if it didn't have the Batman Easter egg in it.
So this isn't finished?
This is just an alpha. In fact, I actually have an alpha build that I was going to play on the stream, but we are already running a bit long, so I'm not going to play it right now. But you know, we can always play that later.
Remake background.
I'm just going to let Brandon talk about it.
Incredible and awe-inspiring to look at. To that end, I've had a couple friends online help me. Ryan Slats, who was making Betray the Lines, did this screen for me in front of Haggis' cave. She did a little Easter egg here with this rock, looks like a skull, which is a nice touch. And I really like this screen. And I've also had help from Steven Schrader on Twitter, aka Deavor, on Twitch. And he's helping me with some swamp screens, which, well, I'll show you the what the original swamp screen looks like. So kind of like this. I got some animating bubbles on there. So what he's helping me do is make it look really absolutely creepy, like Colonel's Bequest levels of creepy. He's making the swamp look like this. Absolutely incredible.
Holy.
I thank you, Steven, immensely for sharing your talents with me on this humble little silly remake.
That is really creepy.
And so he's done 2 screens so far, this one and this one, and it's just absolutely stunning and perfect.
Yeah.
See,
Well, this is some good stuff, actually.
I mean this is what in the original you just go, "Oh, that's a little murky water," and then you step into it and Graham immediately drowns and dies of extreme poisoning. And this actually looks like it would kill you. The water in the original didn't.
Colonel's Bequest style mist in the horizon there really gives
You
a
can
sense
actually
of
justify him
this
ruling
being
the
a
whole
very
kingdom. You
truly
can't fucking
corrupted area.
Yeah.
I like that Stephen pays very close attention to detail as well. The tree I drew on this side.
Well, to be
Usually
fair,
they're half
King
of it.
Graham's only pool is like, what, the moat filled with the alligators and the sea monsters?
Oh yeah.
So
Oh look,
Well
if he
done.
accidentally fell in that moat, he's going to
Beautiful
learn how
work.
to swim real fucking.
I want to play this game every time I see this. But it's not done yet. I'm also doing something that King's Quest 1 SCI did a little bit on 3 screens in the whole game. Right in front of the castle, you can see Graham's reflection, so I coded that in
Ooh.
That's a cool reflection.
here for the
Yeah.
reflection in the water as well, which is a
Oh,
little more
yeah.
ambitious than anything Sierra did. Because as you can see, because I'm behind the rock,
That is nice.
right here, the reflection must also be behind the rock. But if I walk in front of the rock, the reflection has to be in front of the rock and the reflection as well. This took a lot of time to get right.
I can imagine.
And I can show you with some debug commands. Here's what it looks like. So these are the priority band colors. So I had to make the
Oh, that's not
reflection
fun.
one priority band less than the ego, which is the main character, so that anything he's not supposed to be reflected on doesn't get shown. But
didn't know King's
obviously
Quest was
Graham
on the
has to be
Atari.
drawn in front of it. So I had to draw every single priority band in, fill it all in, except for the parts where the reflection should be shown. And I did this for every single screen.
Intelligent television.
It actually turns out that this is just the normal screen, and whatever was in Gemini's pipe just kicked in.
Has it. That has water reflection. So I just wanted to see if it was possible, and
Boss
it
of Ram Man.
it's pretty
Finally, you all see what I see.
well,
I want to see in
completable
2600
from
too,
beginning to
man.
end. But not everything is finished, obviously. For the
Yeah.
assets that aren't finished, it just uses the AGI placeholders. So
You know you got the good shit when your vision's dithered.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
it just
Lord,
uses the
that's a lot
AGI
of dithering.
pictures and sprites. It gives you points and everything. Whoops.
Oh,
And
you just-
some of these screens aren't finished yet. You can walk right off into the clouds here.
Is this where we cue yakety sax?
You
Yes.
can't actually. Well, there's a couple
Unless-
places you can die. And I'll
But
show you
unfortunately,
one
we
of them.
can't because that gets a
Just like the
copyright strike.
original,
Ooh.
If you go across this too many times, this will break. I think I might give it the Space Quest 1 treatment, though, and have it... and it shakes the screen. And you
Water
get
it.
the message, just like King's Quest 1. What I'm going to do is give it the Space Quest 1 treatment and visibly show the bridge cracking every time you walk over it. There's a beautiful new set of screens for the church here, the monastery or whatever. It was sketched out by a friend of mine from Infamous Adventures called Little Blue
So is
Star,
this the
and I traced...
third King's Quest 2 remake?
I honestly don't know. How many have there been?
Hey, Virgil.
Hey, Woozle.
over it with the vector graphics over his sketch. And I took some elements from other games. This foreground tree here is from King's Quest 4. But this one, he also sketched the interior, and I recently finally traced over it in vector graphics here.
That is nice. That's a lot of dithering, though.
Justice, so I kind of like it.
That is cute.
Also, someone drew me animated a
Done
whole,
really good, man.
a whole sprite sheet for Graham.
Hey, just had to
wearing
set up
the,
the sound.
the black cloak,
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
don't mind.
which looks absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
I'm gonna
finally, you
be,
can actually see him
properly
wear the
crediting
cloak.
everybody who helped me a little bit with anything in this game. I'm pretty much doing the
Oh, I've
programming
never seen the
myself
original
and-
version
and the
too.
music and sound effects, but I need help in the art department, and I am certainly getting that now. Here's Tandy 3 voice.
All I remember this game is my friend and I got to the back cave part, and then we just lost our shit.
Oh, I hope he's going to play the PC
And this
speaker.
will work on original hardware as well. So you can take this game and run it on a Tandy 1000 and you'll get this sound. Same thing with your 486, your 286, what have you. And I'm going to supply drivers for EGA, CGA, Hercules Monochrome, CGA Monochrome.
CGA, pain train.
Just to have maximum compatibility all the way back to as early as machines as I can possibly
have your
have.
eyes recovered from the pain train?
Here's
my
PC
friend?
speaker.
Oh, I'm in love. Yes, PC speaker.
Which is not very interesting, but if you have an old computer with a PC speaker, you'll get this sound.
We need to
And I'll be doing
somehow
this
get
for the
this
entire
to, like,
soundtrack, all the
LGR,
sound
let
effects.
him do like a full system review of this.
Sorry, what was that? What did you say?
Get this once Brandon finishes this, get it on LGR or something cool like that. That'd be-
Oh yeah.
Everything. Here's MT32.
Boy, he went all out, didn't he?
Damn.
So it will have full MT32 compatibility, a whole soundtrack composed by myself, and I'll be referencing a lot of the tracks from the Apple II GS version of the game, which has a couple more themes that weren't in the DOS version, and obviously a whole slew of new material by myself.
He sounds so weary when he says that.
You blame him?
No, that's a hell of a project.
Still pretty fucking kick-ass what he's done here. It's
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Oh, he does live streams of these, by the way. He does live development streams. I hope he's going to mention that at some point. He's just
Well, I mean,
enthralled.
you did.
Yeah, well, I just did, but I can't remember what his Twitch channel is. So hopefully
It's
he'll...
musically inspired from what I've just done a bit of.
Oh, cool. Twitch.tv/musically inspired.
Yes, that is correct.
Also,
pretty
one other
cool.
thing I wanted to
No, that was
show
pretty-
is I implemented a feature. I had a few different designs for the game title screen, the logo, and I wasn't sure which one to use. I used some different colors. I asked online. Some people prefer different things. And then I decided what I can do is set it so that if you hold down a certain key, it'll do a different color. So right now, if I launch this, it does the regular red.
Oh no, he went with the dost thou wisheth
the letter W.
forsooth.
Now it's white. And
This was King's Quest 2, not 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Scheme of the original AGI logo.
Didn't play that one.
I can do it again. Press B, and I'll get a blue one. That's an alternate I made at one point. I kind of liked it. And one last one that's kind of princessy.
No!
Pain
train!
King's Quest 4 never looked like this. It's a purple banner with some silver letters and
Silver letter, yeah.
so it's just some neat extras that you could do
That's not silver. That's
if you wanted.
Yeah, no, it's
Pick
not.
whichever
That's
one
the
you
paint
want
train.
of the 4.
Oh. My nipples just got hard.
The tool set I'm using to create this game is
Send photos or it didn't happen.
SCI Companion, which is a successor to Brian Ferrucciano's SCI Studio, which he started back in the mid to late 90s, and then eventually just abandoned to work on other things. But luckily Phil came to the rescue, and so we can edit all the animations, and we can test animations and change the colors. For pictures, everything's drawn with vector commands. So this is how the screen was drawn. All the vector commands on the left here show you everything. So here's what the scripts look like. It's a whole syntax, but there's a lot of documentation that exists, and on the forums, on the sciprogramming.com community forums, there's a whole bunch of helpful people who can help you if you're interested.
Dude, my
in
eyes just
doing something like
glazed
this.
over.
And that's
Yeah, you just lost me.
And I've been working on this for
I still
about
love
15
watching the,
years now, and I'm not sure when it'll be.
Did you
done.
say 15 years?
Slowly picking away at it bit by bit. Hopefully you found this interesting.
I think he said 15. I think he said he's been working on this for 15 years. Holy shit. Okay. Back to... Hey, we're back. All right. Where the hell did my script go?
If that was 15 years, he deserves an extra 8 minutes of show and tell.
That is true. That is absolutely true. Yeah. So thank you so much, Brandon. Thank you so much for sharing that with you. Now, as I said, I actually do have a playable build of it, but we're running into overtime right now. So what I'm going to do is jump straight to our final segment, which is... I gotta get the fucking graphics in. Hang on. Here we go. Woo! To the wolves. Yes. Now, this deserves some explanation. Hang on. I might have to switch. Now, I need to show photos of this. I don't have photos of this. Okay, fuck it. We'll do it live. Right, sorry. Okay, so... To the Wolves is a segment where I take a look at a game or a demo or a Kickstarter that was sent to me unsolicited, and I then throw it to the Wolves, which means I'll play it for a maximum of 10 minutes, and then I invite everyone in the voice and text chat to say their honest opinions. Don't hold back, just say what's on your mind. Now...
Oh, was that like that koala?
Fuck is this shit? Oh, wait, gotta wait for the game. Sorry.
I'm not here to color people's opinions, but today's game was sent to me back in April, and I really wanted to show you the email that came with it because it embodies everything that pisses me off about unsolicited game marketing. I'm just gonna read this out loud. First of all, it starts out with greetings. No name, no nothing. Didn't even bother copy-pasting in my name. But okay, fair enough. That's just a minor quibble. The second paragraph is where I really start to lose it, because it goes, I have observed that you have covered indie games such as Hades, Crypt of the Necrodancer, Just Shapes and Beats, Wander Song, the Bit Trip series, and Thomas Was Alone. End quote. I have covered...
They've done their research, haven't you?
I've covered none of those games. This guy had no idea who I am. Now, let me be clear. I don't expect him to have a deep understanding of me or my channel or what I do, but there is a difference between being impersonal and just being absolutely dead wrong.
Why don't you just reply with a very polite term, A, you're full of shit, and B, you're full of shit, and C, fuck off.
I actually did. No, I don't, hang on. Well, okay. So there's a bit further down that says, if playing through the demo is not something that is possible for you at this time, I would still appreciate any mention of the game that you can give, as well as any links to the Steam page or trailer or social media accounts. So, I know what you're thinking right now. Okay, lay off the guy. He made a game. He wants to get it out there. That's fine. You can just ignore it. No, this sort of shit pisses me off for two reasons. Because one, it's clear that he just shotgun blasted his game at a long list of content creators, hoping that someone would talk about his game without offering any incentive for doing so at all. What he's basically saying is, give me free publicity and I'll do nothing for you. And two, even if he tailor-made each email to each content creator specifically and told us exactly why he thought we might be interested in covering his game, the email contains virtually no description of what the game is actually about. All it says is, and I quote, an action platformer about reflecting on your past that syncs the gameplay and music, and the player's choices affect the story and certain game elements as well. End quote. That is it. That is literally the extent of what he has to say about his game. The rest is all, please play my game. Please, 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 please play my game.
Can I add another thing to what I just said before?
Yeah.
Which would be D, all of the above.
Yep. So, I was already in a mood when I got this email, and in hindsight, I don't think I should have replied, but here is what I replied. Quote, you have no idea who I am or what my channel is, do you? I haven't played any of the games you mentioned. What you did was just send out a blanket spam email to as many YouTubers as possible, hoping for a bite. Well then, ... end quote. Now, he never replied, so I guess he thought I was just a grumpy asshole who wasn't going to give him the attention he felt he deserved for free. But joke's on him, because I am actually going to play his fucking game right now and throw it to the wolves, as we say. I have no idea what's going to happen once I launch this game. The game is called In Retrospect, so we'll see. Apparently it's an action platformer that has story in it and is something that I would very much appreciate, according to him. So we'll see.
Well, I hope it ain't like that, the game you had last week. That was just, if anyone had played Randall's Monday or whatever, it was just like...
Oh, by the way, this is a music game, right? Also, I have to alt-tab out to adjust the volume. Oh, thanks. Off to a great start. I'm going to turn the game down slightly for the stream. And you guys in Discord, you can't hear the music, and you probably should. So I'm just going to share the game window, if it will let me.
Should.
Okay, I'm trying. I hope it worked. So when I put the game back up, you guys hear that?
Yes. Yep.
All right. Good. And it just went away. So every time I click out of the window, okay, fine. It goes out. So here we go. Press spacebar. It just farted at me. Cool. This is very Mega Man.
As we go, or we have to wait till
just
the end?
comment. Just wait 10 minutes on the clock and say whatever's on your mind.
Well, it's 8-bit hyper metal Mega Man.
Yeah, so far. Let's just start a new story.
I gotta say the
tutorial.
The menu doesn't match the title screen though,
No,
in terms of
not at all.
aesthetic.
No, I'm gonna go with casual. And the sound effects are really harsh.
And now we're back to 16-bit. What? Got a little lack of consistency.
Oh, the sound effects are really... I'm confused, disoriented, and scared, but that's mainly because the sound effects are really harsh.
I fucking hate when dickheads make a game and they say, oh, it's an 8-bit adventure, and then they just make it look like a
It's
SNES
16-bit.
game. And I'm just like, it's 16-bit graphics and you're using 8-bit sound. Stop. Fucking... Fuck! Sorry.
I am a friend. I have no idea what's going on, but apparently my name is D. I wish to provide you with D. Actually, I've known you for a very long time, but who we are is always in flight. Oh, this is gonna be one of those games, isn't it?
I'm lost already.
Do you know where you are?
the NES versions of Final Fantasy, you just get thrown into a thing where you go, hey, there's a pre-narrative that you'll never know about, but all of a sudden you should just know things.
Yeah. Also, this text is it auto clears, so if you can't read it, tough shit. If you can't read it in time, then tough shit. Only thing I can do is
language.
there are a few things you will need to relearn. Are you ready to move forward? Okay, cool. We're gonna get with the tutorial here. Not yet. Oh shit! I thought I was moving. Take your time. Spacebar to continue. Excellent.
So it tells you to take your fucking time, yet you can't read it quick enough.
Okay, that was the end of the tutorial, I think. All I said was, I'm not ready. Oh. Okay, jump. Yay.
Is that not a
Hover.
Mario Brothers kind of...
Spacebar, then right arrow. I died. Okay, let's do that again. Activate switch. Okay. There's a lot of controls already.
It's gonna be an endless runner.
I think it is. There's 6 types of collectibles, holy shit. Maybe you want to space this tutorial out a bit.
Seriously, why can't they put take your time at the end of each message there? That's so dumb.
Love is a heart, creativity is education is a book, spirituality is a flame. Which one is bullshit?
All of them.
Thanks.
Also, the character sprite is really tiny and the world is huge. And I get that in an endless runner, you want to be able to see as much of the screen as possible, but he's centered, like, really, and he's really close to the center. Are you pumped? I wouldn't go that far. It's trying to be geometry. Yeah, Pickle Dog says in the chat, it's trying to be Geometry Dash.
Effervescence, first telling, whatever that means.
This is how you remember your child. I can't read and look at this shit at the same time. This is fascinating. I've never seen anything like it. I have. I've seen this before. I'll leave you alone with your memories for a bit. Are these my memories?
The Commodore 64 Boulder Dash. That's what this reminds me of.
Look, Mom, I'm platforming. Oh, I was supposed to hover up to that.
Can't help but notice there's keys all over the place, which the tutorial never mentioned.
Yeah, I was wondering about that as well.
They didn't mention the funky portal that they jumped into at the end of the game. At the end of the last level. That's dumb as fuck.
Oh, God. Oh, those hurt. Oh, those hurt. Okay. So, apparently these were our childhood memories. No, wait, we're still going. Oh, so that was just a checkpoint.
Yeah.
I hope you brought your swimming suit. Because you were talking, dude, I didn't get to see what was happening. If this is supposed to be a mellow sort of time where you're just kicking back and chilling to this dude's memories, I am not chilled. I am very stressed out right now, especially with this fucking gauntlet.
That looks like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the NES.
It does, doesn't it?
It just needs that shitty seaweed and some bombs to disfuse, and then you're done.
Ah! What the hell just happened? So now the game's just fucking with me. So, how's the music doing for you, lads?
Music's
Hate
okay.
it. Not the kindest I can be about it.
I was told that the game would synchronize to the music or your memories or whatever, like it would sync up. I don't really see that happening.
I'm still trying to wonder what the point is of collecting all that shit. Apparently it's just collect and dodge shit.
Yeah, I'm a little lost as well.
Maybe it means you're supposed to jump and move in time with the music? I don't know.
Yeah, but that didn't work. I've seen Geometry Dash and stuff where you're supposed to jump in time with the music. What the hell? What am my best friend telling the truth? Baseball cards, finger paint. I don't know. Creative writing, praying, my drink stand. I'm gonna go with drink stand. I have no idea what the question was. Getting a pet, reading stories, climbing trees, drawing monsters. Good, your memories help define you. Why would you put a time limit on
There's take your time at the start of this game, and yet all of a sudden big character narrative decisions, and now just like you've got 4 seconds to fucking pick that. Oh, it's so good.
Now show me what happened next. What is this?
Take your time. Take your time. Relax.
Your time.
No pressure.
No
what
pressure.
the fuck kind of story do you want?
I think I will quit without saving. Okay.
I don't think even the Telltale games were that brutal on hurry up, your choice.
I mean, that was an experience. I will concede, of course, that I am not the target audience for this kind of game. The creator of the game certainly thought I was.
I feel that that was an experience that nobody wanted right now.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that was about. And now, granted, I will concede that as if it's like a one-man effort, at least the mechanics were in place. My computer didn't catch fire as it was trying to run it, so I guess that's a bonus. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna say I enjoyed that, but if you did, you can search for In Retrospect. It's on itch.io, and this is the demo. And I have no idea when there's going to be a release date or whatever. I'm not entirely sure I care. But that was the To the Wolves segment for this week. If you have a game that you're working on, or a Kickstarter you're about to launch, or have launched, or a demo of something, or just anything you want us to throw to the wolves, please do. Please contact me. Just ping me on my Discord, or tweet me at SQHistorian, or write me an email at SpaceQuestHistorian. Contact at SpaceQuestHistorian. I will be happy to take a look at it and throw it to the wolves. And I promise we'll be fair, and that I won't lead the next segment with, by the way, I hate the approach that this guy took. This was a special one-off. I can be kind as well. Okay, so anyway, that's the show for this week. Then please remember, if you have something cool, I just said that. I'm reading my script here, and everything I just said, I actually also put in the script. So anyway, I'm just going to skip a paragraph. This is important. Before I go, quickly want to mention, this Saturday, time to be announced, but I'm shooting for like 1 or 2 p.m. CEST, to be announced. Anyway, I'll be having a special live stream to send positive vibes to the two guys from Andromeda. I'm going to try and squeeze those bottom-feeding trolls that are currently squatting their Kickstarter comments out. So what I'm going to do... Sorry? Oh, you just said...
Good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Enough is enough.
Fucking oath. Those boys need support.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do on the stream is I'm just going to be playing the Space Quest soundtracks that I've reorchestrated on my turntable. I'm going to point a live camera at it for the soundtracks that I have a physical copy of. And for those that aren't out in physical copies yet, I'll just play the digital versions of that. I will also be playing the yet-to-be-released Space Quest 1 and 2 reorchestrations I did of the Apple IIgs soundtracks. And we'll finish the whole thing off with a pre-release screening of the Space Quest movie that we're currently working on. And I want to encourage everyone in the chat on that stream to send positive messages for the two guys from Andromeda and to the Space Venture team, and then I will repost them live on the air on the Kickstarter comment field. So hopefully we can just blanket spam that comment field with actual positive messages for the two guys from Andromeda and drown out the fucking trolls. Because seriously, it's been allowed to go on for too long, and I have stopped giving a fuck. I declare war, and it's time we reclaimed that comment section. We showed the two guys that they actually have real fans, and that their real fans have their backs. And yes, I admit mistakes were made. It's no secret the project has been mismanaged, and it's very, very late, and all of that. But that is no excuse to speculate whether someone's cancer diagnosis was an excuse to get out of writing on the game. Are you fucking kidding me? So I hope you'll.
Dude,
Sorry?
you started the podcast to do the same thing that what you're doing today. Like,
Yeah.
8 years later, it's awesome.
It's a round circle kind of thing. I've never stopped believing in the project, and I know for a fact that it is still ongoing, and because I talked to these guys. So and one thing is, when I did that video, where I read out positive comments and such, I got a mail back from Chris Pope that said, dude, it's amazing actually getting positive support now that we've been used to just getting abuse daily for the last 7 years or however long it's been since they drove off all the real fans from that Kickstarter comment section. So I feel like if we can just pump in a deluge of positivity into their Kickstarter comments, maybe it'll cheer them up a bit. So I hope you'll join me for that. Oh, sorry.
Fucking oath we all will.
Oh, cool. Thanks. So, of course, next Monday, we'll have another episode of Chaos Brigade. Maybe I can get my picture slideshow thing to work. Sorry for the train wreck, but at least we got some fun out of it. I'm very, very glad you guys joined me for that. Thank you so much to everyone in the voice chat. That's Voozle. Potato hasn't said a word, but he's there. Michael, always a pleasure. And Mike and Gemini, who was here a minute ago, who has now left. But hey, thanks so much for being here.
Summer was here for a wee bit too.
Summer was here for a wee bit. And then she started talking about ska punk, and then she left, which was a very smart move on her part. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back Monday with another live stream, and of course Saturday is the positivity train for the two guys from Andromeda. We'll be kicking back, listening to some music, leave some positive comments on the Kickstarter. If you're not a backer, then post the comments in the chat and I will post them for you on the Kickstarter comments. I just knocked my desk. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you around the Chrono stream. Bye.